And then there are certain transactions which reduce the asset side. For example, if you make a payment to somebody in cash, cash is going down, so it is minus in asset. In the similar way, for the liability and capital side, when you start business with cash, so capital is also increased. Implementing or introducing any money into business is capital with which you do business. So like it increases asset side through cash, it also increases liability side through rise in capital. Also, when we make पेमेंट टू एनी क्रेडिटर, या जिससे हमने क्रेडिट पर या उधार पर सामान परचेज किया था, इफ यू मेक पेमेंट टू देम, कैश इज रिड्यूस्ड फ्रॉम द असेट साइड. Simultaneously, it is the creditor is also reduced from the liability side. So we have seen how an asset or a liability is increased or decreased. Then on the next turn, we had discussed how the adjustments, for example, outstanding, prepaid, accrued and unearned, outstanding expenses, prepaid expenses, accrued income or income received in advance, how do they bring effect into assets and liabilities. I had shared a chart with you, and all those who had been regular, they already know it. Those who have joined it for the first time after we have started this chapter, accounting equation, kindly take down all the rules related work and theory work from your friends, otherwise you will not be able to solve the practical questions. Now while I was going through the practical questions, I saw they will ask you to create the accounting equation, and since assets and liabilities are being affected through the transactions, they will also ask you to make a balance sheet. Now since you are a new student to commerce and many of you are not very familiar with the balance sheet, so I will show you today the format of balance sheet, and then we will see how we practically make use of it. Just tell me if the board is clearly visible to each one of you. Please tell, is the board clearly visible to each one of you? Now, is it? Yes, no, someone? Can you all see the board, children? Someone? Yes, no, please?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. So, class 11C, today we will talk about the balance sheet format and how we put things of accounting equation in the balance sheet. Now you see, ultimately an accounting equation means assets are equal to liability plus capital. Since the first day we have talked about this, assets are equal to liability plus capital. Now while we do it in an accounting equation, we know how to do it. But these balances are to be posted into a certain statement, and that statement is called a balance sheet. So before you write anything, just write down a question. What is a balance sheet? What is a balance sheet? Put today's date under the chapter accounting equation. What is a balance sheet? A statement showing final balances. A statement showing final balances of assets, liabilities and capital. A statement showing balances of assets, liabilities and capital is called a balance sheet. Is called a balance sheet. The left side is called the liabilities side, and the right side is called the assets. The left side is called the liabilities side. Liability means my responsibility which I have to pay, and asset, the things which I own for running of the business. Those who have studied the basic accounting terms, they know what is a liability and what is an asset. So if you have written this much, then now make a format. Format of a balance sheet. Give the heading, format of a balance sheet. So what you do, you write balance sheet as at. And suppose it is for the financial year 2021. So 31st March 2021. It is important to mention the date. So balance sheet as at 31st March 2021. Now draw columns like this. It is called the T format balance sheet. You see, it is a T letter of the alphabets. So this is called the T format of a balance sheet that you require. Liabilities, a little thicker column, then amount, assets, and a little thin amount column, amount. So liabilities, amount, assets, amount. Now what we write inside this? In the liability side, children, we write capital, capital of the business or the capital of the firm. The question will tell you XYZ started business with cash. Means he started business with that amount of capital. So the amount of capital is written. Then if there is any profit, like we sold stock on profit, no, so there was a profit. Profit is always added to the capital. Capital का amount लिखेंगे, then add profit. Profit का amount लिखेंगे minus loss. So either it is going to be a profit or it is going to be a loss. So profit is added to the capital and loss is subtracted from the capital. Next is minus drawings. What are drawings? The amount which the proprietor or the business owner withdraws from the business for his personal use. So this is called drawings. Subtract drawings also. So capital में add profit minus loss minus drawings. The final amount is to be written outside. Inner column and outer column. Inner column is this, where you are adding and subtracting, and the final amount will come your outer column. What is the next liability that you write? Any outstanding expense. Any outstanding expense. Outstanding rent, outstanding salary, or any other outstanding expense is to be written here. Also you write incomes received in advance. Any income which is received in advance is also to be written to the liability side. And what else will you write? One more thing that I missed out. Other liabilities. Other liabilities means your creditors, your bills payable, if you have taken loan from someone, all these are the liabilities. So any other liability also, it will be included on the liability side. Is this clear to each one of you? Liability side will include capital, profit will be added, loss will be subtracted, and drawings also, if given in the question, will be subtracted. Outstanding expenses are to be written: outstanding rent, outstanding salary, outstanding wages, any other outstanding expense. Any income which is received in advance. Remember, we have studied this in the accrual concept of accounting. Any income received in advance will be liability side में लिखते हैं. Also, any other liability like creditors, like bills payable, like loans, any unsecured loan, any secured loan, anything. Now let us come to the asset side. On the asset side, you write these three things, which means all assets. Now you don't have to find out what is all assets, but what all are assets? Furniture is an asset, plant and machinery is an asset, building is an asset, cash is an asset, stock is an asset, debtors are asset. If you have studied the chapter basic terms of accounting, you better know what all assets are. Remember, we had discussed there can be current assets and fixed assets. Then there are tangible and intangible assets. So all types of assets are included in the asset side. So in this place, all assets you write furniture, plant, building, machinery, and जितने भी question में assets होंगे उनकी list. After that is done, you will write the prepaid expenses. Prepaid insurance. Sometimes you have paid insurance for the coming years. So prepaid expenses or any prepaid insurance or any other prepaid expense, that is also an asset. It will also be written here. Then the last thing includes any accrued income. Income received in advance means which was not earned but it was received. And accrued income means it is earned by me but it has not yet been received. मैंने earn कर ली है उसको लेकिन cash में receive नहीं किया है. So any accrued income will come on the asset side. After which, if you have placed both the things correct, the liability side के सारे items और asset side के सारे items आपने clearly put करे हैं, correctly put करे हैं, the balance of this side and this side will always be the same, and that is why it is called the balance sheet. It tells you the balances, and at the end, because we follow the dual aspect of accounting, the double entry system, that is why at the end these two balances will tally. So this is your balance sheet. However, this is just a simple gist of it. You will be not needing very complicated balance sheet questions in accounting equations. आप अभी accounting equations में balance sheet के बहुत complicated questions नहीं करेंगे. Copy this down, then we will move to the question. There are people who join late and then they spoil the video. Time and again I have told you not to do this. I'm fed up of this. Has everyone noted down the format? Is there anyone still writing from the board? So now that you have copied the format of balance sheet, write down a question. This is question number 3 of the new book. Please note 2020 edition and 2021 edition, the question numbers have changed. So write down a question. Prepare an accounting equation and a balance sheet. Prepare an accounting equation and a balance sheet on the following basis. On the following basis. Point number 1. Ajit started business with cash, rupees 20,000. Ajit started business with cash, rupees 20,000. Second thing, he purchased furniture for rupees 2,000. What are all these? All these are transactions which are made into the business. He purchased furniture for rupees 2,000. Now since it is not mentioned that he has purchased it in cash, means it will be treated as a credit purchase. Okay. Third one. He paid rent of rupees 200. He paid rent of rupees 200. Fourth point. He purchased goods on credit rupees 3,000. He purchased goods on credit rupees 3,000. And the last one, he sold goods of rupees 2,000. He sold goods of rupees 2,000 for rupees 5,000 on cash. 2,000 rupees was the worth and he has sold it for rupees 5,000. Means he has made a profit of rupees 3,000. So he sold goods costing rupees 2,000 for rupees 5,000 in cash. Now before we switch to the accounting equation, quickly tell me which two items are being affected and will they rise or will it increase or will it decrease? Yes, started business with cash. Who will tell me which two accounts are being affected?
Ma'am, capital
Yes.
and cash.
Very good. Cash is rising up because cash is coming into the business, and because it is capital, capital is also rising up. So arrow up for cash and arrow up for capital. Okay? ये question में ही लिख लीजिए. This will help you for the journal entries also. Please develop a practice of doing questions like this. Second point. He purchased furniture for 2,000. Which two items are affected? Purchase of a furniture, and since it is a credit purchase, a liability is rising up. Okay, so furniture is purchased. Furniture up, arrow up for furniture, and also a creditor is rising. So creditor up for rupees 2,000, yani ki liability is also increasing. Now the third one, he paid rent for rupees 200. Who will tell me? Brahmjot, Ayan, anyone else?
Repeat. Cash account and rent account. From cash account will decrease and rent account will
Because he is paying it in cash, cash will reduce and rent is paid. Means एक liability थी जो pay off हो गई. So liability is reduced. यानी कि rent वाला liability it has reduced. Okay. Next. Now means rent is reduced means it is an expense. It will be deducted from capital, right? It will be deducted from capital. Next, he purchased goods on credit. फर्नीचर भी उधार पर परचेज किया था एंड ही इज परचेजिंग गुड्स ऑन क्रेडिट. नाउ व्हेन वी से गुड्स इट मीन्स स्टॉक ऑफ द बिजनेस. It is not any other asset but it is stock. Come on, which two transactions are there? Which two accounts are there affected? Stock.
And stock and creditor.
Very good,
Creditor.
very good. It means you people are practicing things at home. Stock and creditors. Stock is rising up because we have purchased it, so arrow up for stock. And he purchased it on credit, means the liability is also increasing. Creditors are rising up. Okay, he sold goods of rupees 2000. सबसे पहले तो वो 2000 rupees के थे. So what will go down? Stock will go down with rupees 2000. Arrow down for stock. And he sold it for rupees 5000, means cash is coming in. So arrow up for cash. How much is the amount? Full 5000. What is the difference? 5000 minus 2000. All those who don't join the class, please try and participate in answering so that you also feel like you have understood something. Sanskriti, Soumya Bhardwaj, sorry. All those who did not join for the past few classes, Maruk, Fatima. Please make sure that you also answer, you also ask so that you also understand. 2000 rupees were there for goods. It was sold for rupees 5000. 5000 rupees हमें receive हुए because it was a sales in cash. 5000 up, 5000 plus for cash. 2000 minus for stock. What is the difference? 5 minus 2?
3,000.
3000. What is this 3000? It's a profit. And it is to be added to capital. Clear?
Capital.
It will be added to capital. Okay. Now let us solve the question. Check out the other side of the board and make a format for the accounting equation. Let us do it now. You will write serial number, transactions, and then you divide it in two parts. I hope it is clearly there in the frame. Yes. Please note, this is not a balance sheet, this is the accounting equation. Let us deal with the transactions one by one. Now the first one says, he started business with cash. What is happening? Cash is rising up. Along with that, capital is also rising up. With how much? With rupees 20,000. No other entry is there. So this becomes your new accounting equation. Now the second thing. It says he purchased furniture for rupees 2000. Now since this purchase is on credit basis, we will add an asset, cash में कुछ भी नहीं हो रहा, and for furniture it is rupees 2000. Also, as a creditor is rising, a creditor will rise for rupees 2000. Nothing is happening in liability. Sorry, liability. So this is 2000. This is 20,000. This is 20,000. It is 20 plus 0. 20, and this is nothing plus 2,000. Let us see if it is balanced. 20 plus 2, 22,000 on this side. 20 plus 2, 22 on the other side also. So this becomes your new accounting equation. Now, transaction number 3. He paid rent of rupees 200. Rent was paid. Now when rent was paid, it is subtracted from cash because it is paid in cash. Nothing is happening to the furniture. Now rent is paid. It is an expense. Any expense will ultimately be subtracted from capital. So what you do? You subtract it from capital. And nothing is happening with the creditors. So are 0. जिस हेड में कोई भी ट्रांजैक्शन अफेक्ट नहीं होता है वहाँ पर 0 लिख देते हैं और जहाँ पर अफेक्ट होता है वहाँ पर प्लस या माइनस लगा के अमाउंट लिख देते हैं. 20,000 minus 2,000, 19,800 plus 2,000 plus 0 is 2,000. 2,000 plus 0 is 2,000 and 20,000 minus 200 is 19,800. So 19,800 plus 2,000 is 21,800. This side also 19,800 plus 2,000 is 21,800. The equation is again balanced. At every step you will see this side will be equal to that side. Now the next accounting equation will be he purchased goods on credit. Just a minute. He purchased goods on credit. Now because he has purchased goods, it will open up a new account, that is the stock account. He has purchased it on credit basis, so nothing to do with cash, nothing to do with furniture, but for stock has raised up, so the amount will be rupees 3,000 added to stock. Here it is nothing, here it is nothing, here also, here also, here also, and here also. Now, this side, since he has purchased stock on credit basis, it will add to the creditors. 3,000 will be added more. अभी 2,000 फर्नीचर का पे करना है और 3,000 स्टॉक का जो हमने क्रेडिट बेसिस पर परचेज किया. Now do 5,000 on this side. And this is 0, 19,800 on that side. Here 19,800 plus 2,000 for this furniture and 3,000 for stock. 19,800 plus 5,000, 24,800. This side also 19,800 plus 5,000, 24,800. The accounting equation is again balanced. New accounting equation. Point number 5. Now point number 5 says he sold goods for rupees 2,000 at rupees 5,000. Sold goods at a profit. Now here cash, for cash it is being added. 5,000 rupees have come into, so it will be added to cash. There is no change in the furniture. And for stock, goods worth rupees 2,000 have been sold. So out of a balance of 3,000, 2,000 rupees equals minus 50 was sell off. No change in the creditor, and because there is a profit, what we are going to do? We are going to add that profit to capital. This is a profit on sale of goods. And we'll work this out. 22,800 will be the amount. 5,000 will be the amount. 3 minus 2. 1,000 will be the amount. 2,000 plus 0, 2,000 will be the amount. And 24,800 will be the amount. So 24,800 plus 3,000. 27,800. 22 plus 5,000. 27,800. So this becomes your new accounting equation. When you total all these three at the end and total these at the end, this will turn out to be the same. 27,800 here and 27,800 here. Any confusion with the accounting equation? Come on, any confusion with the accounting equation? Let me repeat this, since many have joined only today. The first transaction says he started business with cash. Means cash is coming into the business. Add. Capital is also increasing. Add capital. Both sides 20,000, 20,000. Next transaction says purchased furniture on credit basis. Furniture जब purchase किया तो furniture came into the business. Also creditors took place. क्योंकि हमने कैश में पेमेंट नहीं किया, दैट इज वाई क्रेडिटर्स अराइज फॉर ₹2000 का सेल अमाउंट, जिससे 2000 रुपीज़ का फर्नीचर खरीदा, अब उसको फर्नीचर के लिए 2000 रुपीज़ पे करने पड़ेंगे. सो किसी को पे करना पड़ेंगे मतलब वो हमारा क्रेडिटर है. सो दिस अमाउंट विल बी एडेड. द अकाउंटिंग इक्वेशन बिकम्स 20 + 2 20 + 2. Similar. The third transaction was rent paid. Now when you pay rent, you deduct from cash. And because it is an expense, it will be subtracted from capital. So minus 20,000 minus 200, 19,800. This 2,000 remains the same. This 2,000 remains the same. And this also becomes 19,800. Next transaction is purchased goods. Now because he does not say purchased goods on cash, so always remember जब कभी भी वो हमें नहीं बताते हैं या सेलर का नाम हमें दे देते हैं, it means that we are buying them on credit. उधार पर खरीद रहे हैं. So no change with cash, no change with furniture, whereas stock has increased. So open up a fresh column और stock has increased. अभी तक stock में कुछ नहीं था, dash, now it is ₹3,000. What else has happened? जैसे इससे उधार फर्नीचर खरीदा था, इसको पेमेंट करना है. Similarly, you have purchased stock and you have to pay them. So the creditors are increasing. Increase ₹3,000 in the creditor column. For capital unchanged. Total data 19,800 will be the same, 2,000 will be the same, and 3,000 the new item which is added. Also 3 + 2 5,000 and capital remains the same. Next accounting equation says sold goods on profit. 5,000 rupees हमें receive हुआ for cash sales. We will add that to cash. और इस cash को receive करने के लिए हमने stock sell किया. How much stock is sold? When it is purchased, it comes into the business. When it is sold, it goes out of the business. So minus 2,000. 3 minus 2, 1,000. Furniture remains the same. And cash में 5,000 rupees add. Here, creditors remain unchanged because it cash sales है. Also, it is added as a profit in the capital. So 19,800 plus 3,000 brings you 22,800. So the final balance of creditors is ₹5,000. Final balance of capital is ₹22,800. Final balance of cash is ₹24,800. Final balance of furniture is ₹2,000. And final balance of stock is ₹1,000. What is this? This will come to liability side of balance sheet. This will also come to liability side of balance sheet. This will come to asset side of balance sheet. This will also come to asset side of balance sheet. And this will also come to asset side of balance sheet. Quickly draw the column of balance sheet. Let us now make it. Now any more confusion with this accounting equation? Say yes, no. Anybody? Any confusion?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Fine. Let's make the columns for the balance sheet and then let us draw the balance sheet figure. Find out what is the date. Since it is not mentioned, we are just going to put dash. This is the T format balance sheet. Liability side. You don't write liability plus capital, you just write the liability side. First, there are creditors, then there is a capital balance. On the asset side, you have cash as an asset, you have furniture as an asset, and you have stock as an asset. Quickly tell me the amount for creditors was? Come on. The amount for creditors was?
22,000.
Huh?
5,000.
Just a minute. The amount of creditors. Furniture for rupees, he purchased furniture for rupees 2,000 and he purchased goods on credit worth rupees 3,000. It is supposed to be 5,000, right?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll check it out. For cash, it is how much? 22,800, right? And how much is there for furniture? For furniture, it is rupees 2,000. And for stock, how much is there? It is rupees 1,000, right? 25,800. Also, what was the balance that I had told you? 25,800 or 27,800?
27,800.
27,800. I think the book which I used, it had some amount which was different from that of the book. What was the balance for cash? 22,800 as per it. For the furniture, it was how much?
And balance for cash was 24,800.
24,800. Okay, the balance for cash was 24,800. For furniture, it was 2,000. For stock, it is 1,000. Also, for capital, it is how much? 20.
And
For capital, the balance is
22,800 for capital.
22,800 for capital. And for creditors, how much is the amount? For creditors, furniture for rupees 2,000 and goods on credit worth rupees 3,000. A total of 5,000, right? So this turns out to be 27,800 and this also turns out to be 27,800. This is how the balance sheet tallies with rupees 27,800. In the question only, like in the book, they have not written he purchased furniture for rupees 2,000. Just write down in the question, it is a credit purchase. It is a credit purchase. Then you will be able to justify with this answer. For furniture, it will be considered as a credit purchase. So for cash, it is 24,800. Furniture is 2,000. Stock is 1,000. Creditors 5,000 and capital is 22,800. You tally with your accounting equation the amounts which you have calculated. Okay? Write down another question. Mohan started business on 1st April